Hey friends! Today's video is going to be about applying very inexpensive makeup to mature skin. We're going to see what it looks like and if it works for us. If that's something that interests you, stick around. We're going to talk about it. As always, you want to make sure that you start off with a good moisturizer and any serums that you like to apply before we start our makeup routine. I have already applied my skincare and I'm starting on my makeup now. I always start with applying my concealer first. I apply it to the corners of my eyes and the corners of my mouth to hide some of those dark spots that I have on my face. And I know this is a little unconventional, but I always start with my concealer first. This is the most expensive item that I'm using today. I could not find my Wet n Wild foundation, so I had to go with the MAC that I purchased. I always apply my foundation to the back of my hand to let it warm up a little bit. I use a little more than a pea size. I find that if I use much more than that, I get a look of cakiness and I get a lot of settling into my fine lines, which I do not want. I just dab it across my forehead and across my cheeks, and I also bring it down my neck so that there's no difference between my neck and my face. I personally always use a brush to blend my makeup. I find that it gives more of a natural look, whereas a beauty sponge or blender takes a lot more product and it ends up sitting on top of my skin instead of kind of melting into it. I also find that if I apply my concealer first, it gives me a much more natural look. If I try and apply my foundation first and then put my concealer over the top of it, I find that it looks like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. It looks very heavy and it gets all into those little nooks and crannies that I don't want it to settle into. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I use my Morphe Truth or Bare palette with a brush that has a spoolie on the end. I just separate my brows a little bit. I'm going to use one of the dark browns that are in the palette. I honestly cannot tell you the name. I lost my little insert that tells me all the names. I'm so sad. But I just use a dark brown, something similar to my hair color, just to give me some color back into the eyebrows. I picked this little beauty up at the Dollar Tree. Beauty Runway Highlighter and Contour. I just use my finger and apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. I just blend it out with an upward motion with my brush. I just repeat the same process on the other side. I also use the contour on my jawline just to define my jawline a little bit more. I find the older I get these nice little jowly bits that are happening. So I find that the contour actually helps minimize the look of those. Make sure to blend it really well. This little trick works wonders. This is another item I picked up from Dollar Tree. It's called City Color Collection. It's dark spot corrector in peach. I found that I had a couple of spots on my cheek that I wanted to cover a little bit more. So you just dab it on there and blend it out really well and it works fabulously. I have a little discoloration on the corners of my mouth that it conceals very well also. Next, I'm going to do my eyes. I picked this little beauty up from the Dollar Tree also. It's LA Colors Nude palette. I find that the older I get, the more hooded my eyes become. So this technique just opens up your eyes a bit more. You want to go just above where your natural crease is and apply the eyeshadow to the corner, the outer corner of your eye and basically your brow bone. And it just kind of opens up your eye a bit and makes them look less hooded. You also want to bring the shadow up and out towards the tail of your eyebrow, and this gives your eye a little lift. I'm going to take one of the lightest colors in the palette, and then I'm going to apply it to the rest of my lid. And I'm also going to take that color and apply it in the very inner corner of my eye to give me a much brighter look. Next, I'm going to apply my bronzer, Physicians Formula Super BB All-in-One in the shade Light to Medium. And I'm just going to apply it to my cheeks and around my forehead and just along my jawline to give me back some color. I'm going to line my eyes now. I just use a Wet n Wild eye pencil. It's pretty in Mink, number 602A. I also picked this up from Dollar Tree. You can get them at Walmart also. They're $1. They used to be $1. I think they're like $1.25 now. I only line the outer 3/4 of my eye on the top with the brown pencil, and I just kind of smudge it out and give myself kind of a little bit of a winged look. You want to keep it as close to the lash line as possible. Now I go in with my liquid Wet n Wild Mega Liner in dark brown, and I just line from the inner corner to the outer corner on the top as close to the lash line as possible, and just on the very outer corner of the bottom lash line also. This liner you can pick up just about anywhere also. I believe I purchased mine from Five Below, and it was $2.99. And I usually buy them when I can find them. I buy them as many as I can get because sometimes the brown is very hard to find. Next, I'm going to do my eyelashes. I use Collosal Lash from Maybelline in black. And of course, I repeat everything for my other eye. So this is my Morphe lipstick in the shade Vanity, but I'm not using it for my lips today. I'm actually using it for my cheeks. You apply it just like you apply liquid blush. And last but not least, my lips. This is a Wet n Wild color called Brandy Wine. To give your lips a more lifted look, you want to make sure that you don't take your liner all the way to the very corner. I also overline just a tiny bit to give me a fuller look. I use my pinky to blend that line out a little bit. I then use my Because lipstick in the shade Queen, and I reline my lips and just feather the color through with my pinky. And this is a throwback for all my 90s gals. I use the Wet n Wild contour and highlighter stick. I just use the highlighter over my lipstick and I blend it through with my pinky. I just love the way that this, it just kind of mutes the color and gives me like the perfect lipstick. I just absolutely love this combination. I'm at an age, friends, where I do not follow rules. I make my own rules. So I'm a firm believer that in whatever makes you feel good and whatever you think looks good on you, that's what you go with. All right, guys, you know the drill. If you've made it this far in the video, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so that the YouTube gods know that I exist. That would be amazing. And of course, that would mean that we can hang out and talk about mature skin and makeup and soap and all the good stuff all the time. I appreciate it, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching.